in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Could be gone any moment. Know the cops looking for me. I'm not stopping or slowing, cause I gotta eat.
What are you talking about, miss?
Wow, that is crazy.
See this world? What are we talking about?
So,
Like,
what's the criteria to get on the panel? Like, it seemed like they just letting anybody
evidently
on
nothing.
here.
You just gotta be a woman or a man. I think I think I'm gonna try out for the campaign. Like, yo, that is jokes. All I could do is laugh. I'm not even mad. All I could do is laugh. Like, it's just hilarious. But you know, JJ, you got your notes and you got your things that you want to say. I'm good. I'm over here. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm really proud of how you handling this. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm really proud of how you handling this shit. What's up, OG? This my boy right here. What's up, OG?
I'm
Look,
I'm happy
I got my people
regardless because
here.
Hustle was on the list
What's up,
regardless.
JJ Hustle? Cam, what's up, y'all?
Yo,
What's good?
Man, I'm just listening to
Hey,
y'all.
look,
I'm
hey,
just
OG,
supporting,
I
man.
got my notes
This
today,
respect.
man. We gonna be Team Cubicle Close today. Ain't that right?
Oh
We Team Cubicle
God.
Close today.
While they was just talking about you need to make a panel, I said, hell no. What you talking
She
about?
nah,
told you to make your own award
OG,
too. She like, you don't like it? Make your
OG,
own award. Like, damn.
OG. You
Yeah, man.
listen. These people is crazy. Yesterday he was the UK Tay Rock. Today he's the up and coming UK battler.
Right. Now he an up and comer. So I said, look, then I said, oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's more on the level of like a capo then, right? Oh nah, because he's more decorated. Y'all don't even know who he is. Like this dog,
Yo,
they pissed me off so bad. Then I got people today, like they figuring out who was in the spaces earlier. So you know the dudes come up there, they get to explaining what they did, right?
uh-huh.
Not people acting like they knew him all along. Like yeah, you should have did your homework. Like we just watched y'all live, didn't know nothing about them, didn't
Yeah.
know nothing about what Bizzo ever did
And this is
till
no
today.
disrespect because for real, maybe I need to get in tune with UK, but I never. And the crazy thing is, I know UK battlers. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I never heard of him. And then, like as they're explaining this, somebody screenshotted his view count. He got 4,000 views in 8 months.
yeah, real Tay Rockers, right? That's that's what I'm talking about.
So,
Like that's crazy, bro.
and I don't understand how like going overseas didn't count when it was coffee, but it count
Mm-hmm.
this time. I,
You know what though? I just want to say this. I feel like it's unfortunate for Coffee, right? I do feel like that because I feel like she strategized her
no,
year
I'm
to
talking
do
about
it that
last
way.
year. That was the argument.
No, I know. I know. I'm saying that's unfortunate. It's
I'm
I
not
don't know where
saying
I'm at
defend
with
no
it.
bitch. I'm talking about like the goalpost. Fuck the years. Fuck her years.
Oh well, yeah.
I'm
The
talking about
goalpost
like,
did go somewhere.
you know what I'm saying? And then Rita, come to the front. Everybody's like, oh, you're not going to Rita Space? I don't give a fuck about Rita Space. Listen, my thing was this. When Josh sat up there and he was like, whatever he was saying, oh yeah, but you know, Hustle trumps Vixen with Swamp. Here go Rita. Was that a win? Bitch, is your criteria wins and losses don't count, or is your criteria wins and losses count? And the crazy shit about it is it's people that got me winning that battle, and it's people that got me losing that battle. So that makes it a debatable win and a debatable loss, correct?
Yeah, that's what the debatable is. That's a
Yep,
fact.
yep.
What are you talking about, Rita? Are you gonna stick to your criteria? It just don't have no criteria because that's like putting on your shoes and not tying them bitches.
On God. On God.
No, I agree, man. You can't just you first of
They
all, they say that wins and losses for the end. If
yo
Hustle is number 3 or 4, what are we bringing up wins and losses
yo,
even into
and then
the like that's
tried to sweep the Geechee Gotti battle under the rug. Like, yeah, Geechee, no, we're talking about fines. Like what?
That's a Summer Madness battle.
Right.
It's a, you
Right.
see what I'm
Don't he got
saying?
three
That's a
belts?
Cody 3-time Cody. Like it's easy to pick a WOTY if you don't talk about the WOTY year. I mean, what the
Right.
hell?
And I think like in any sport, right? In any sport, not only battle, but any sport, when you are potentially dethroning someone, don't you like talk about them more and their year and what they did and why it doesn't match up with this and that?
That's a fact. Even for entertainment value, that make the most sense. I think I said that on me. That don't need. I don't even get that part.
Was it something like did y'all have a falling out or you
Yes,
figure?
for
Okay,
sure.
okay, okay, okay.
It's
Because
public.
okay,
It's
like I say,
public.
yeah, like I said, because you know what? Sometimes you can see it as you go. You know what I'm saying? Like see it as
No,
you
it's
looking at it. So
public.
I was
It's
trying to.
it's like year. It's a years long feud.
Okay, yeah, that's all I was asking. For real, for real. And look, I
On
probably
me. So
know and forgot type new time, so I'm not being funny if I'm asking that question.
No,
And
no,
if
no. I don't
y'all
think
know
you're
legitimately,
what
being
it
funny.
is
yeah.
she
No, no, no,
talking
no, no. I
about.
don't think you're being funny at all. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, in any sport, in anything, I think that would be called a conflict of interest.
it
You know what
definitely
I'm saying?
is.
Yeah, it
Definitely is.
is.
Yeah, if you clearly don't like them, yeah, yeah, nah, because I mean you
Or if you
tampering with
friends with
money.
somebody,
Or
y'all
if
go on
you friends
vacations,
with
all that. You
somebody.
can't do. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's conflict of interest.
They had Duchess up there. She's Jazz's friend.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay,
Uh,
I did
she
not
did
know
have
that.
jazz 6 for 6. She said, "I got jazz 6 for 6, and I got coffee 4 for 9." I'm like, how she got 6 and how she got 9? Never mind.
Jazz 6 for 6 was crazy though. I
Yeah, she
guess
said, "I
from
got jazz six for
anybody.
six.
Yeah, 6 for 6 was kind of like because I was looking at like just the people, not even the panelists, just the like the average fan had it like 3 for 3. You know what I'm saying? A split between Hustle and Jazz. So when I'm watching the Cody yesterday, it's like a total different thing from mind you, not even my personal thoughts, because you know they want to use that. Like I was a part of Hustle campaign, but it don't got nothing to do with that. It's just kind of looking at everybody else.
You
And
never
I'm
went
looking,
on a vacation with me.
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. But it's funny because I'm saying this hustle. It's just funny because everybody, the average person, got it 3 for 3. Like, well, I got 3 for hustle. I got 3 for jazz. So when I see the panel, it's like a total different thing from what I was seeing for the last 2 weeks for real. So that was the biggest shocking thing about it, watching it.
On me. So like, all right,
And they was
watch this. Let
anticipating. I'm sorry. They was
no go ahead, hustle.
anticipating. Let
Go
me
ahead.
tell you something. That's why I'm so happy that like I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not mad about it because they was anticipating the crash out. I saw the tweets like, yo, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait for the crash out. What? Bitch.
But look, they was saying that before. They was saying that before Wody.
Like,
They was anticipate. They said 2 crash outs is coming. I'm like, how would y'all know that? How would y'all know they gonna be outraged?
yeah, like yo, listen, let me tell you something. I'm in a space where I'm protecting my peace, man. I don't listen, I don't care. I seen everything yesterday and I took it for what it was. All right, cool, bet. I can't change nothing. But watch, y'all can have that belt. This last belt though, that's mine though. I promise you that. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. So I'm
And
not
you still got to come outside to see her too,
like
Jazz.
I ain't tripping. At the end of the day, like I'm not tripping. Like I'm not tripping. Y'all have y'all fun. Cause humble, quiet hustle is a dangerous hustle. Feel me? I'm not tripping. Do y'all thing. Do y'all
That is
thing.
kind of scary though.
Huh?
I ain't gonna hold you. I said the laugh. You like I ain't tripping.
Nah, do
I ain't
y'all do listen. Live it up. Pop bottle. Do y'all thing. Word. I can't wait. Trust me. At the end of the day, it's like it was yo, you know what I'm like I said though, JJ, I'm not mad about the winner. Let me tell you something. I congratulated the winner. I congratulated all of the ladies that made the list. But last year nobody congratulated me. But how am I
what?
the hateful one? How am I the envious one? How am I
That's crazy.
how am I the bad guy? Nobody can none of them. None of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
She
crazy.
not lying, cause I remember that time. Wasn't nobody like congratulations or all heavy like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this heavy or showing. Yeah, I definitely agree. You know what, Hustle? I'm not mad either. It's just kind of like explain this the right way. If this is what it is, let it all make sense.
They can't though, because it don't make sense
Exactly.
when you put that fine tooth comb through everything and you start, yo, let me tell you something. Beasley don't get involved in nothing. He was like, wait, what? You know what? All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like, all right, cool. That was my confirmation. Like, all right, cool. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. Like, you feel me? But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. Like, shout out to all of the ladies that made the list, wherever you may have fell on the list, you know what I'm saying? You made the list. That's dope. Feel me? Let's push female battle rap. But yeah, that's it. Like, I don't got no smoke for the winner. I don't got no smoke for none of the ladies, but that panel could eat a cock. Word. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And then when I go in the spaces more, they like, oh, congratulations on body of the year. Y'all could keep that shit. Y'all could shove that shit right up y'all natural ass, dead ass. Like, y'all could keep that. I don't want that. At least y'all got
After
something right.
downplay, they downplayed that shit and did Gato. Like
Yeah,
y'all
but
is crazy.
that was like a soften the blow award. You feel me? Like, let's just give her this.
That's a fact.
Let's just give her this because she
That's
about to be
nasty,
mad.
bro. Like, see, and look, Hustle. They always want call me the conspiracy man, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to be the conspiracy man. I swear I'm not, bro. But it's just funny that y'all having this heated argument about 3 and 4, which is out of pocket anyway. Hustle, Vixen, and then all of a sudden on the screen it just pop up when y'all can't figure it out the most. Oh, body of the year, Miss Hustle. Well, you guys did just see Hustle won body of the year. Oh man, yeah.
Right
I guess we
after he
gotta.
said it don't count. Cause
I
chest
guess we gotta
choke.
put her at 3 because we did just see. Now she has body of the year, so I mean, it seems like it's automatic for 3, right? Man, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, we got to go. Like this shit. Come on, man. I haven't seen better acting in the Tubi movie, bro. Like, what is that?
Talk that to be shit.
Yeah, like I hate to be conspiracy man because they always try to make me that, but it's like how many Tubi movie scenes like y'all gonna put out here before we get to asking questions like what was that?
Yo, even like I've seen people that has never spoken on anything but hustle say, yo, that's crazy how y'all broke down hustle. Yeah, like that was trash. Y'all didn't even say nothing for real. Like,
You know what, Hustle? That's the perfect segue to these notes. Let's get to these payments, OG.
To get to these
All right,
pages,
so
man.
boom. At the beginning, they when they first brought everything up, the first thing they compared was Vixen and Hustle's one rounders and 2v2s, which we heard that 2v2s and one rounders are supposed to be less weighted. So if you know anything about school or weighted grades, that means it should be a lower grade on whatever scale that they're going off of, right? So boom. First they said looking at the 2v2 and one rounders, they went immediately into wins and losses. Then they mentioned Miss Hustle's mishap in her third, right? In the one rounder, never mentioned Coffee choking her third against E Hart. Never mentioned Jazz's stumble against Coffee's first in her first, right? Then they brought up 3 on chess. And then they go when they bring up her body to 3 on chess, they go, didn't Chess choke? And then they went immediately into Chess's performance when we're talking about WOTY and Miss Hustle's year and her performance. That didn't make sense to me. Why are we talking about Chess's performance? Y'all then gave somebody else. I mean, y'all gave Coffee credit for Arsenal, I believe. We'll get to that later. She then they said this is a quote. She did good, but against a really bad day for Chess. Chess like arguing. Then they argue chess performance for Hustle or whatever. And then there's comments like, I could have beat chess that day. You got chess, not checkers. These are all things to diminish Miss Hustle's year and who she faced and her opponent, which she wins Body of the Year for, right? Then they go into wins and losses in the 2v2. Josh makes a point and he brings up 2v2s and one rounders. They the same to him, which that's what we just said earlier. Goes back to wins and losses. They never compared Jazz and Vixen's year, which would have been a very interesting comparison when we talk about the battles that they had, their performances, because she had Nitty, you see what I'm saying? Then you got the Tay Rock battle, but you got the 30 on 40. You see what I'm saying? So you could have looked at really Vixen and Jazz's year and compared that, and we might have got somewhere if they went through the criteria correctly. You see what I'm saying? But right before they about to bring this criteria in for Jazz, for Hustle and what's her name, Vixen, that's when they announced Battle of the Year, right? We know who won Battle of the Year, which is Coffee and Jazz. Very strategic. Then right after that, they immediately argue Hustle at number 4. Can y'all hear me?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you cooking? We
Yeah,
Okay,
we
just
hear
boom.
listening.
So
you.
boom.
We
This
hear
this,
Yes,
you.
this is all in
sir.
order. Y'all can take these notes and go along and watch the WOTY. Like y'all can watch it with what I'm telling y'all. Then um yeah, they never did the criteria, right? Then they did the mini jazz celebration for Battle of the Year. Immediately argue Hustle at 4. Never did the criteria that they said they was about to do before they did it. Then they all of a sudden, girl to the right, I think it was Duchess. She said she's all of a sudden swayed about the Hustle argument going to 4. Never put Vixen versus Jazz. Never put Vixen versus Coffee. Then they start arguing Vixen and Hustle's year. They go official finds Geechee Rum. And then they go, that's leaning towards Vixen, right? Then Josh makes a very great argument, right? And he mentions Swamp, which is this should have started the Big Four argument, right? If she gets those two and then she gets Swamp, you gotta add the 3-time Cody on Summer Madness. You see how Hustle's year under criteria starts to look crazier? They never wanted to make that comparison. That's why they wanted to get her out there early. Even to the point I put in a jumbotron where Vixen was number 2. Josh got excited because he thought that Vixen won and said, since Vixen got an accolade, can we go back and talk about Hustle and Vixen? And that number they never wanted to compare Hustle's year ever. Then that's when you mentioned Swap. I said the Big Four should have started, and you realize they only compare they want to only compare two people during that time because Jazz only has really the Tay Rock battle, you see what I'm saying, and then the Battle of the Year with Coffee. You understand what's going on now? They
Yes,
never
sir.
wanted
Yep.
to argue Hustle's year because once they would
Yep.
have broke down that sub criteria and those big 4, nothing adds up. That's why they was talking about Jazz for a little bit, right? And then they said we don't really have too much to go off on. This is where the argument with Josh and I believe maybe Do or Rita starts, right? If y'all watch, we all watched it. You
Yeah,
feel me?
they started around that time. That's a fact.
Yep. So go ahead,
Nobody
OG, take
don't.
it from there. I need 2 seconds.
You got it from there. You talking about? You said when Josh and Rita was going back and forth
Yeah,
about
like yeah, that's where the conversation started happening
because they.
about hustling. I think hustling Vixen's year or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, 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 yeah. Boom. So then we get into what they was talking about the chess performances. The chess performance. Then they start some type of way. I remember they brought Arsenal into it. Then they was comparing chess and Arsenal, which didn't have nothing like that. Confused me. What's up, Cam? You got to see your hand. What's up, Cam?
I mean, okay, I have a question because it's
Go
like it's
go
I
ahead.
feel like they're trying to discredit Hustle's win from Chess. And Chess has
Yeah,
choked against a lot of opponents. So if you're gonna discredit that from Hustle, shouldn't we do that from Shotgun Suge? Should we do that, from everybody
For
else?
Arsenal,
Yeah, you know what I'm
Arsenal
saying?
as well. Yeah.
It's like it's
No,
giving
I'm
pick and
agreeing with you.
choosing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then my thing is, I love Ars to death. Like I said, that's my brother, but he hasn't been the greatest as of late either. He's been choking too.
Respectfully.
So I didn't get
Yeah,
how they minimized mines and made Arsenal the Arsenal battle so big.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like it gave picking and choosing because it's like, okay, if you're gonna do that, then everybody that Chess choked against shouldn't count either.
No, that's a
I
fact. But it
can't I can't control what my opponent does. I
right.
can only
Exactly.
control what I do. And whether he choked or not, he would have still lost
You had
that
better
night.
material anyway, and even critics said that. Even bloggers said it. Even if Chess didn't choke, you still would have won. You had better material.
No,
Yo,
that's a fact. But it's like when did chess just stop being chess? But and like with the Arsenal comparison, it's the same thing. Like if you want to talk about somebody not doing well lately,
but OG,
it's
I'm
like, come
sorry,
on, bro.
my bad.
No, go
And
ahead.
let's be honest. If we gonna nitpick at shit, Ches didn't choke. He didn't forget his raps.
No, he
He
he,
Exactly.
had to
he
throw
threw
up.
up. Yeah.
He had to throw up. He didn't forget his raps.
mm.
Yep, that's true.
And then but then it's to a point. If we being real nitpicky, he not throwing up because he was drunk. He got too drunk, or he got too
It was that
overwhelmed.
pressure.
But not even that. He
Like that
he
shit
he
hustle.
has a he has a medical condition, whether they
Hmm.
identify it or not. He openly said this is coming from anxiety, bro.
You
Like
can
this
Oh
tell.
is
yeah,
a
well
condition.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he not. It ain't like he's underprepared. To your point, like this man has done this before. Like he has a condition. They edited it out. He just did it in the Eunice battle. So like this is like an ongoing thing to be like, oh well, he just wasn't good, or anybody can beat chess. Anybody still
And
can't beat
Chess was
chess.
fire.
Yeah, chess was, yeah, when
Facts.
he was rapping, yeah, but it's like anybody can't beat chess. Like for you to sit up here and be like,
No,
I could
hold
have
on,
beat
OG,
chess.
hold on, OG.
What's up, bro?
Josh said he could beat chess that day, and he said that day he was checkers, not chess. That's what Josh said.
Yeah, I don't like that right there because that take away no.
I mean, it was shit like that, shit like that. What that he said? The
But
fuck?
y'all not battle rappers at the end of the day. I feel like when it comes to all battle rappers, what they do to condition themselves, to prepare themselves to get in the ring and rap, that's something we can never just as fans or supporters say, oh yeah, I could have beat somebody that I
Yeah,
don't
that's
care.
crazy as
Yeah, I don't
hell.
care what condition they in. That's crazy to say.
That's
Like,
crazy.
All respect to Busy Bone, but if I'm a battle rapper, I'm
Busy
more
Call that
Bone,
scared of
nigga
bro.
chest.
Busy Bone,
I'm more scared of chest than what's son name? I don't want to disrespect
Bizo
him. What's
Bond.
Bizzo Bun.
Bizobon? Yeah,
Bizo Bond. I'm sorry. Bizo Bond.
Bizobon. Scared of chest more than all right, CP, shut up. I'm good. Never mind.
Nah, CP speak your mind.
GNA.
No, no, for real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I mean, that's valid because nobody knew anything about him for real until today when we saw him in spaces. So yeah, like we not about to sit up here and act like we just been following and keeping up with the man. That ain't what it is. So no, go ahead, CP. I'm just saying,
I
we
love
right here
jazz
with
and I
you.
love hustle, man. I don't. Mm.
I rock with Jazz and
No, and this
Hustle,
is
but
not.
fair is fair,
And let's
bro.
be
Just
clear. This is not about neither. It's about that panel.
That panel, right,
Right.
right, right,
right.
Period.
Yeah,
right.
that's why I'm saying. Look, so congratulations to Jazz, because I don't want to even make it a thing. Congratulations to her year. Salute to all of the ladies. It's not like that. She prepared and did what she needed to do to put herself in position to get the award. So I don't want
Mhm.
to take nothing away, but it all go back to that panel, bro. It gotta make sense. If this is why this happened and that's why that happened, then it gotta make sense all the way to the T.
And
That's all I'm saying.
especially when people are donating and shit like that, you gotta explain to me why this is what this is. You gotta explain to me from top to bottom why is this person winning and why is this person here and why they was just like, yeah, you number 4. Oh yeah, she's number 7. Oh yeah, she's number like, bro, what? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be honest. This do look like It looked like Jazz could have just battled Tay Rock and then sat down for the rest of the year. And
Nah,
50
for
Cent,
real. I
you know
said
what I'm
that. I
saying?
said, yo, Tay Rock gonna get you a belt. He got me mine. I said, ladies, if y'all want a motherfucking belt, battle Tay
Battle that
Rock.
nigga. All she had to do was battle Rock, and it was, you know what I'm saying?
They said it was a rapper.
Yeah, she battled Fawn, Shed. Was it Fawn, Shed, Geechee,
Swamp.
Swamp, R? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this shit work. Don't put me on the panel. I'm gonna
But
tell you this
look,
shit.
hey, Hustle, name the stages though. The state, all them
Right.
was them your
Summer
big four stages.
Madness. Bars over politics. Fucking what I battle Cheston Volume.
Yeah,
Volume.
Or
volume.
fucking I fucking headline this nigga Fawn shit back. Like I don't know,
Crazy battle
Oh yeah,
too.
out there in
She
Cleveland,
kicked
that's a
your ass
fact.
too, Fines.
man.
Nah,
Oh
definitely.
man. I mean, I don't know, man.
Now number 3 is
No,
insane. I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no, not even number three is insane. Arguing me at number four was insane.
Yeah, that's how she got to
Mm-hmm.
3, which is crazy. It's not like, oh yeah, we you and this another thing, one more time. I don't really want to be conspiracy man, bro. I try not to be conspiracy man, right? But it's just funny how this year is 4 panelists. Any other year is 6 panelists. And out of 4 different people, mind you, when I look down my timeline, everybody got Jazz 1 or 2. Jazz 1, Hustle 2, Hustle 1, Jazz 2. I don't see the variation with coffee being 1 or 2, right? Everybody consecutively on their list got Hustle at 3. And then
Everybody,
y'all fought over it.
No, yeah, I had Hustle and Coffee 1 and 2.
No, I'm saying on that, everybody up there got her at 3.
everybody though.
Everybody, right? But y'all fought over 4 or 3. I hate to be
And look,
that
then you
guy,
solidify the
but
top
this is
three,
crazy.
and don't compare 2 and 3, just 1 and 2.
Yeah,
What?
That don't
just
make
one,
no
just one
sense
and
to
That's
me,
two.
crazy.
dog. I'm just saying, that don't make no sense to me.
Well, usually out of one person would have had her like how the odds been going. One person would have had her at 2 at least. It's crazy that only
Bare
one
minimum,
person
bare
because
minimum.
You talking about having
everything.
Jazz at 2?
Yeah, or hustle either
No, Rita
variation.
had Jazz at 2. Rita dropped Jazz down to 2, and they should have had the argument between Jazz and Hustle then
But
with
that's what
3
I'm
and 2.
saying, JJ.
Yep.
Everybody got hustle at 3. Everybody on there got
Everybody,
hustle at. Where you got hustle at? Oh, we got her at 3, 3,
everybody.
3, 3. Everybody just got her at
They
3.
showed up with me at three. I'm telling you. Like
But
they
y'all,
showed up like, listen, when we
they
going here,
Hey,
did.
when
But
before
we
that's what
hey,
I'm
look,
hey,
saying.
before
Hustle,
we
they
they.
before we start this
look, they
panel,
like, listen, when we start this motherfucking panel, listen,
put Hustle
Hustle is
at
at
3.
three. Okay, everybody's in agreement? That's how that shit went.
Ready, break.
They got that motherfucker said Hustle at 4.
That's
Yo,
why
right.
real smooth. They said,
That's
Nigga
where
sick.
said,
do
look,
y'all
we
got
That's
gonna
sick,
shake
hustle?
it up.
man.
We gonna shake it a little bit. We gonna act like she gonna be at four, but we gonna put her at three. She's at three, y'all. Okay, look, we gonna say she at four now. You know, we gonna argue whatever, make it look real. But yeah, she's at three. Everybody in agreement? Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. I'm in
4 people. Nobody got her at 1 or 2 out of 4 people.
And look, we not
Yo,
gonna compare her to none
Hey,
of them
Hustle,
one or
yo,
two. We
listen.
not gonna
I'm
compare
I'm
nothing.
glad I'm glad you ain't even taking it personal because you know the type of year you had. I know
yeah,
you ain't taking you
I'm
you
not
know what's up,
tripping.
man. You ain't even tripping, gang. I peep.
I'm
You ain't
not
even tripping.
tripping. They was waiting. Let me tell you something. I seen the timeline and the tweets and the sub shit. Oh, the crash out's about to happen. No, it's not. Cause I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I see what happened and it is what it is. Like, that's cool. You feel me? Like, all right,
Uh-huh.
cool. I'm not tripping at all. I'm not tripping. Merge.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Just like if you had to like if guess, right? Like let's just be try to be like optimistic as possible,
Yeah.
right? Do you think you and Jazz gonna end up running into each other? Like y'all gonna end up battling?
Why everybody keep asking me? that.
I know they
Like
offered
she
you the
said, yeah,
biggest
a million
bag.
times.
I know you didn't say no, but I'm just saying like on
Like,
some shit
stop.
like
No, that shit annoying because when
Hey,
y'all
now hustle,
talk
hustle,
to
just one
her,
more time for the
when
people.
y'all talk
One
to
more time
her,
for the
it's not
people.
the same conversation. It's like, yo, leave me alone with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not
you
chasing
don't care.
nobody. I'm open to it, but if not, fuck it. I don't care. I'm not chasing a
You
soul.
don't need it
I
type
don't
shit.
need it. Like, you feel me? She don't need it. I don't need it. Whatever. The culture want it. It would be great for female battle rap. But bitch, I could retire and still be who the fuck I am without a battle with her. And same way with her.
Same way with her. Yeah, yeah.
So
But
so
that's
let's
what.
make this clear though. Hold on.
That's
Let's make this
crazy.
clear.
Go
This
ahead, Jay.
battle
You
between
make me
Jazz and
sweat when I'm
Hustle.
around you, girl.
Look,
My
look,
bad, y'all.
the battle
Huh?
between Jazz and Hustle was already supposed to be booked highest female bag in battle rap at the time,
Right.
headlining over the niggas at Summer Madness. Hustle said yes, 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 yes. Every time it goes to Jazz, she keeps saying, "Well, if it's right, if it makes
If
sense."
the
She's ducking,
situation
man.
right.
Just keep it 1,000. She duck. I'ma say it. She
I
ducking.
don't want to go that far.
Couture, Misfit, Hustle. Catch some wreck. Catch some wreck. We know you got a fan base. Catch
I
some wreck.
mean, yo, let me tell you something, right? I didn't got in there with people that don't like me, with people I don't like. I didn't had grudge matches. I didn't listen, damn near got into fights. What grudge match she got? And the grudge matches she got, she duck.
Talk.
Mm.
Or
I
something
mean,
not right.
listen,
Anybody that's not gonna be friendly, they don't battle.
hustle. Come on. All right, hustle. Let me play devil's advocate though. Let me play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Who you think was friendly
See, that was God telling you
versus?
shut up. What?
I mean,
Cause you
hell,
just you just went in a blender so crazy. But look, as I look. I just want for real, CP. I don't know if that's you talking, but I just want everybody to stop asking me. Like, don't ask me. Feel me? Like, I'm not chasing nobody, and I'm open to it as well. But I'm not chasing anyone either. Feel what I'm saying? Like, I just stop asking me. Like, I don't. Like, you already got my answer 1,000 times. Like I said, she don't need it. I don't need it. But the culture want it. I get that. But if it don't happen, I'm not tripping neither. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm
For
tripping,
sure.
nigga. I'm tripping, nigga. Y'all
Yeah.
got that's an undisputed
Trip.
title match. Y'all, that has to
Talk,
happen.
JJ.
That has
Talk.
to happen. It gotta happen. Y'all two female goats. You see what I'm saying? On Mount Rushmore for sure. She said she's just trying to be on the mountain like the old Jersey. So we gonna have to see that. We gotta see that. I'm sorry. I gotta keep it a
Nah, well,
thousand.
listen.
You gotta draw the
Listen,
fan
we
in the
gotta see
line.
this. Shout out to listen and shout out to Jazz. Love Jazz too, man. But this is the thing, right? When we talking about battle rap, we talking about competition. That first battle don't do neither one of them no justice. They are so much more fire than they was that
Colder,
first
way
battle.
colder.
It's like we gotta see that now. They done battled the dudes. They done got in there with some other male goats, some other feet. Like, come on, bro. We gotta
It's
see
clear.
that.
Yeah,
We
it's
trying
clear
to see
now.
that.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, come on, man. And this is like it's like, listen, win, lose, or draw, however it go. I don't even care. It's not even a battle that I can really easily predict. I ain't even like a easily predict. Like, oh yeah, I know who I
That's
really
gonna be a
don't.
dog fight.
But I
Oh,
want to
my
see
mama,
it.
that shit gonna be crazy.
I want to see it. It might be. It's gonna be a classic. If everybody motivated to do it,
It's
they get the
automatic.
bag they
Class.
want and all the
I wouldn't.
That's
intangible.
an
I
You
wouldn't.
feel
I
me?
automatic
wouldn't
classic.
say all that, but classic.
No, of course. I mean, I know, of course not. You trying to kill. I get it, but
Uh,
I'm just saying the probabilities.
no, but
You
I'm
feel me?
Super
saying
simple.
both of us would
I'm
be trying to
Marty.
kill, correct? So I don't think it's gonna be no fucking
Exactly.
classic. Somebody gonna lose. Like,
It could be the most debatable battle of all
Somebody
time.
gonna lose.
nah, somebody.
It could. I'm just saying.
Nah,
I'm just
listen.
saying.
I'm telling you, you don't know the motivation on both ends. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody gonna lose.
Long you been in here, Josh. So I'm
I
not
just
gonna
got
get
in here,
everything. I know I'm not
but
gonna go, but I'm gonna say it like this.
Going, y'all.
I'm not
even we
bringing
didn't
up.
even put all this weight on the
Hustle
Bizzo
was gonna
Bond
say that.
battle because you literally hear me say I'm not giving him Tay Rock status. That's not happening. Why are we holding this to this high regard? So that's not the reason that she won either.
Hey, Josh. and this ain't because you up here, because I said this before you got up here. I didn't have no problem with your assessment. I had no problem with your assessment. But at the same time, I'm not really talking
Y'all
about
still a
your
collective
assessment.
though, man.
I know you're gonna do the right thing. You're gonna stand up for your collective. I get it. You ain't. I can read between the lines. But at the same time, Josh, I'm here saying that no matter how you slice it, to me, it ain't no way you're gonna tell me that beating Capo, Shayrak, and Bizzo is enough to say against. I to be honest, listening to y'all, Jazz went from 3 for me to 4. I thought, I said, damn, they right. Vixen did have a little better year. I really got to look at it like that. But at the same time, it is, and I'm gonna tell you, I did say this, and I haven't said this since the chat, because I don't think the integrity of everybody up there was full. But I did say in the beginning of the chat is if the live's still up there, they're gonna make you go 2-2 to go to the fan vote. We all know the fan vote and go to the most popular person. It is what it is. But I'm gonna say this. I'm not mad about people having different opinions. I said this earlier, I'm gonna say it again because Josh wasn't here. If you prefer real rap over punches, or if you prefer technical multi-syllable rappers like Real Sick over somebody that's not as technical, but they saying hard shit, preference and bias is fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I seen Coffee Brown have 24 rounds against Hall of Famers and Mount Rushmores,
Well,
and
25,
hear
25.
somebody say, I said 24 because I'm not even counting the one rounder, and hear somebody say she went 4-9, and we all like, come on, brother, I can't jack that. I can't
Well,
jack
that's
that.
that's
I
just
can't jack
one
it.
person's opinion on the panel. That didn't mean everybody agreed that Coffee went 4-9. So that was just her perspective on what she saw when she watched the battles, which is fine. She may not be a fan of Coffee style, or she may prefer. It's possible. That's why wins and losses don't really count, because again, it's opinionated. As far as
You said they,
as
yeah.
far as you said something else I wanted to respond to. I forgot. Oh, as far as
We was actually bringing up
as
your
far as
argument that you was
as
making
far
for
as
coffee. But go ahead, yeah.
Jazz's style, or Jazz had great showings all year. Whether you want to say her opponent was this person or her opponent was that, she had a clean slate. There's no chokes, there's no stumbles. She had great material every battle. Whether you respected her opponent for whatever reason, that's your choice of holding them to a high regard or not. Capo is still somebody. He was on Hustle's resume the year that she won. Chirac is still a buzzing new girl on the list, so she gave her a shot. Tay Rock is a legend, so she does have people on her resume. It's not like her. I would say out of the three, she has the weakest strength of schedule, but she also makes up in other categories. So granted, she may not have been my WOTY for the year, but I didn't think it was far fetched. It wasn't far fetched for either one of the ladies to win. So for all of them to be acting like, oh, it was impossible that I didn't win. No, it's not. Everybody was close. It was tip pins and nails. We're sitting there arguing about who could win. Even some people had Vixen winning WOTY. It's a close race. It can only be one.
And all I'm to only give you pushback, Josh. And obviously you had your picks. So obviously I'm not arguing your picks, but to argue what you just said or to push back on what you just said. If you can't beat somebody in a race by doing twice as much work and doing quality work, you just that ain't close to me.
Well,
Close is like,
so
let
that
me
was my
just let me
Exactly.
argument.
let me just land
That
my
was my
plane
Exactly.
like
argument,
this.
though.
Let me land my plane like this. For this is just an analogy. Close to me. One time I was arguing about K Venom and Dollar Bill, oh excuse me, Dollar Bill and King, and they both had the same amount of battles, and it was the same caliber opponents. And I'm like, damn, it do come down to your product. That's close. If I see somebody go into other people's backyards and battle twice as much, and it get who and battle like then you can only battle who in front of you. That's in any sport. And battle. I'm not saying Jazz didn't have a good year. She had a top 5 year. That's very great actually. But if you telling me somebody could do double that, have 2 battle of the year contenders, and that's still that's a
So
hard one to
so
swallow for me.
even with even
Oh,
with the even with, because I'm getting that you're comparing Coffee's year to Jazz's year, right? Even though Coffee may have the quantity, some people may feel like Coffee doesn't have the quality. Some people may feel like Coffee didn't win some of those battles. Some of those battles people may consider pure losses for Coffee. Jazz doesn't have that. So again, even though I personally had Coffee as Wody, I can see all aspects of it. Some people feel like she lost badly to John John. Some people feel like her and John John is debatable. Some people do hold the Suge battle against her. Some people don't. Some people feel like she lost to E Hart. Clearly, some people hold that stumble. Some people take that third with Suge as a smudge on her years. So it all depends on
Okay,
perspective.
so I got a quick question. I got a quick question for you because you was at making that argument. That's actually what we was talking about, and you were showing. I think it was Rita. You were showing her the criteria for Coffee's year. You were showing her the criteria, and they were saying that's not the criteria. That's not. What was that
So
about?
I addressed this last night because I saw one of y'all made a tweet saying they don't even know the subcategories, which a lot of y'all be talking and y'all don't be knowing what's going on. So there's a flyer that's going around that's been going around for years, which is what I was analyzing as the category and the subcategories, which I'm sure we all are. I was told that that was a flyer
Yep.
created by Wizzo, and that's not an official champion flyer. So that's where the confusion came in
Oh.
because I was using that, and she was saying, "Hey, no, no, no." Before we started, she read off all the categories on when before we actually started in the panel. She reads off like the rules, and in the rules, she has the categories and what is considered in those categories. So when I was pointing at those subcategories, which I had that on my phone, she said, "Hey, no, that's not the official. This is the official." So that's
Oh.
where
Do you have the official one
it's
by any
that's
chance?
they give it to us on paper. So I didn't take my papers home with me.
Oh, so
I don't
this
know
is
if I'm supposed
not
to
no,
fuck.
no, real
Okay.
quick. So this is not privy to the public.
She reads it aloud.
Is it privy to
She
the
reads it
battlers?
aloud before she starts. Uh, she says impact, and she describes what impact is, and then she describes what impact is to the champion list. So if you go back and watch the WOTY, the first before we actually start, Rita reads all of that.
Okay.
It's wins and
So it's
losses
Wins
on
and
different.
there.
losses is not a part of the categories.
So see, that's what I'm trying to figure out how is that working because if it's the criteria and then you guys are going off the criteria, especially for Miss Hustle, you guys are going off and Coffee sometimes going off the criteria to make these arguments for things on the criteria. Like I was getting confused because now we don't know what the subcategories is. I don't even think the battlers know what the subcategories is
Well,
in
when
Yeah,
you're
that's
just
what
when
make
WWE.
it
So it's like how can they
confusing. I ain't
anytime
compete
gonna
and
lie.
really craft their
We
year
well
be
they
looking
properly?
at
again they
one
clearly
thing.
read those things aloud, so you are privy to it. If you decide not to listen, that's up to you, but they do read it.
No, I'm talking about the battlers, not
It's
even me
read to the
personally.
battlers as well. They're watching Rody, so they can hear what the criteria is. They read it aloud. That's
So
the
this
first
at the
thing Rita
very
does.
beginning, right?
It's at the very beginning. That's
Okay,
how
okay.
Rita starts when
Because
she's
I
doing her
did come in a
introduction.
couple minutes late, so I probably missed that.
and and then as far as the wins and losses, I've addressed this a couple of times. A lot of the times Duchess may have been bringing up wins or losses, but again, this is Duchess' first time on the panel. That's one. And for two, it was when we got down to the nitty gritty of when we're having to really break stuff down. And just because you have someone winning and losing a certain amount of battles doesn't mean that I do. So that's why we
Well,
can't
technically,
hold that to
when
say,
when y'all went to
uh
number
huh,
four, y'all start arguing
and hustle.
Vixen and Hustle's two v two and one round wins and losses immediately. Actually, that's when y'all did it
No, the
immediately.
first thing that we discussed, because most of us had hustle at three initially, and one person had hustle at four, and then she began
Right.
to make her argument on why she had hustle at four, and by giving Vixen's year props, which we all can agree, Vixen had an amazing year. We didn't instantly start saying, "Oh, well, Vixen won all of her battles," because I don't feel Vixen won all of her battles. So I mean,
So, but wins and losses don't count,
wins
right?
and losses don't count. They're not. It's not part of the criteria. But you think we're going to discuss a whole panel and not discuss a win or a loss? I mean, you think that's not going to come
I
up?
thought y'all, but
So
I
it's a
I
mean,
part
mean,
of the
wouldn't y'all
debate,
stick to
but
the
not
it's
the
not part of
criteria?
the
Wouldn't
criteria.
y'all?
criteria,
Shouldn't
but
y'all
we're going
stick
to
to the
talk about
criteria?
battles.
Yeah, it's a
So
part of the debate.
No,
that's just part of the debate.
right along the criteria,
We're
right?
still going to debate a battle. We're on a panel talking about battle rap. So of course we're going to.
On the
Yes,
criteria,
we
right?
discussed the criteria, but you act like we're not. We're still talking about battle rap. So if I say I feel, a lot of times if you hear me say something to win, I'll say, in my opinion, such and such won. In my opinion, such and such lost. So I can still say that. That doesn't mean that that's a end all that be all on why you move up. Because again, I may feel you won, do may feel you lost. We can't say which one is concrete because it's all opinionated. So we can only go by
Yeah.
the
And
facts.
No, because you made a good argument when I think they was trying to. It was for the fines and it was like the fines argument. It was the two people argument, and then you brought in Swamp. You was like, well, it would. They said it linked towards Vixen. You was like, no, it would actually link towards Hustle
because
because
she
you
had
see what I'm
Swamp.
saying? Because she got
Right.
Swamp. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like that should have been more of an argument for Hustle going down, especially when Rita dropped Jazz down to two. That 2 and 3 should argument between Hustle and Jazz should have happened down the criteria as well. I
So
feel.
again, I addressed this last night as well. The reason why we didn't get into 2 and 3 debate is because nobody had Hustle at 1 or 2. So it was, if none of us have her there, if somebody said,
There's
"Well,
no
now I'm
debate.
thinking Hustle's at," it's no debate. None of us have her there. We barely got her
So you
to
don't even
3.
think
We
like
she
she's the current, but you don't think the current WOTY, y'all don't think y'all should talk about her like that should be
we if
compared?
we
I
don't
mean,
we talked about her. We went down Hustle's whole resume. We
who did you guys all compare her year
Vixen,
to?
to
right?
Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen.
Yes, and she
Only
to
Vixen?
the
Yep.
to the position that we all had her in 3 or 4. So yes, there was no need to move her up because none of us had her higher. We barely got her
Well,
above Vixen.
they dropped if Jazz dropped to two.
Jazz
I
didn't drop to
mean,
2.
it would be fair to argue Hustle 3 and 2. I'm just saying if you guys moved her spot, that means it's possible for a Hustle to
Do
move
you
up a
do
spot.
realize when they asked who everybody had at 1 or 2, everybody had Jazz except for me? So I had to spend the next hour and a half putting up my arguments on why I had coffee at number 1, which is how we ended up getting it to 2 and 2.
Hmm.
Nobody in
Okay.
that set said, "Well, damn, well now Hustle may be Nobody felt that. The only people that feel like Hustle was voting honestly is these people that sit in these spaces with Hustle all day.
That's it, right?
That's what I'm
No, that's
telling you.
not
That's the
true.
only backlash that we're getting. I'm
Wait,
not
wait.
the only ads or the
Hold
only
on,
split
Zach.
comments I
I
see
don't think
is
that's
from
true. I know
the
that's not
OG
true
Spaces
actually.
people. That's it.
The OG Spaces people.
Yes,
That's crazy
I
as
that's
got
it.
hell.
people,
Damn,
No,
that's
but
Josh.
for real,
That's
let's
it.
crazy.
let's so let's
And
talk about
every
it though. Like
spaces, every
Nah.
other
I'm
spaces
gonna
That's
let Gemini
is
go.
wild.
is
Look,
love. Is oh y'all did
Gemini,
a great job.
Gemini's
This is
the
literally the only space.
The
This is why I came
OG
here.
Spaces
Well,
Yo,
people
where
is
niggas is
crazy.
talking about y'all the only one.
bro, because y'all didn't use y'all criteria. You gonna
Josh, that's not
like
true,
y'all didn't use
bro.
y'all
It's
criteria.
true. I
I
get
promise
asked.
you it's not true
Y'all,
because
y'all in here being
I
disrespectful, calling me sissies. Y'all
I
in
ain't
here.
never called
I
you
listened
nothing
to
ain't
like
y'all. I
nobody
that,
Who
listened
called
to
bro.
called you
no
y'all
that?
spaces
sissy.
last
Who
night.
called
Who
you
is
that,
y'all? Wait a
Yo,
I
minute.
listened to
what?
y'all
who was
spaces last
y'all?
night. Y'all calling me
Bro,
sissies.
I was.
Y'all got
Ain't
a nigga in
nobody
here talk
said
about
that to
who
you.
am I? What do a girl talk about? I don't got no knowledge on the culture. Like a lot of y'all ain't. I
Did
be
I
Who
say
said that
that?
in this
yeah.
I
space
ain't say
right
that
here?
Southern
shit.
I didn't
Hoochie.
say that
Southern
about you, bro.
Talking about
the
y'all.
That wasn't this
so it was
space.
it was.
Oh, this is listeners'
I'm not,
perspective. Hold on. This how we do that. Bang. So
The
this is listeners'
OG
perspective. This is
Spaces
not that.
people is so
Hold on, OG. Hold on,
crazy.
OG.
Go ahead.
Hold on. This is listeners' perspective. It be me, Cloudy. You know what I mean? My boy Lamont. This is a different space. You see what I'm saying? OG is just the co-host. So you conflating two spaces. But go ahead. And y'all still didn't go over y'all criteria.
what criteria we didn't go over?
Miss when they dropped Jazz down to two, it should
Why
have
do
been
you
the
keep saying
argument
that
to
we
see if
dropped
Hustle
Jazz
could have
down to
moved
2 when
up to
Jazz
two.
ended at number 1? So how did we drop her down to 2?
Rita dropped Jazz down to two.
But she initially had Jazz at 1. I convinced her to have, so she
So
edged.
that's
So
what I was
why are we
saying.
discussing?
Now we on the
So
same
why are we
page.
discussing Hustle and Jazz swapping places when
If Jazz moved down one spot, that means Hustle could move
there
up
was
a
no
spot. Is what
need
I'm
because
saying.
we still had to go to the fan vote. The fan vote solidified who won.
That's after y'all got to two though. That's after y'all got split on
We
one and two
still were
though.
torn on who was
Yeah,
2 and 1.
they
That's why we
debate.
were 2 and 2.
Hold
It,
on,
it wasn't a
JJ.
final thing.
The
Jazz was
debate
never
was
moved
dead
to 2.
because no,
It was
because
we were still
everybody had
debating.
them. Hold on, because I want to get this clear. What he's saying is it was no debate because Hustle was either was three on three people's list and four on one person's list. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's why now if she would have been two or one, or even if like I was explaining this earlier, look, OG Spaces people, I hope y'all listening, right? I was explaining this earlier. If Hustle was number two on like one person list, even one person list, two people list, then they would have been forced to debate Hustle. Because she would have,
Thank you.
because it was like, okay, well, you got a number two on your list and your list. Now they got a debate. But if everybody got We're at
She the
3. Hold
current.
on.
She
Wait,
was
wait,
the
wait, wait,
current
Jay.
WOTY.
Hold on,
Why
JJ.
would
What
Let
do
me
they
you
make
mean
land.
that
can't
Let me
be the
up?
land.
current
Let me
Wody? What
land.
does last year have to do with
Let
this
me
year?
land. Hold on. If they only got Hustle at 3 and 4, they don't got a debater for 1 and 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because I just want to, we got different criteria. I just want to make sure everybody understand. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So had somebody had, let's say if somebody would have had Hustle at 1, then that person would have been like, well, trying to ease her way, argue her way up higher and higher. But
Up higher.
nobody vocalized that. Nobody said that. Nobody had Hustle at 1. We
Okay.
would have been unanimous with Hustle at 3, except for one person had Vixen at 3. Which, when she said her argument, I was leaning towards that way, and then I'm the one because we had Hustle at 4 and Vixen at 3. Then once we announced the body of the year, I said, "Hey, to me, that's an accolade. That's enough to bump Hustle up above Vixen. That edged her above Vixen to me. Vixen didn't
Right.
have an accolade. You can't say the other
Well,
two girls didn't have accolades
well.
because
At
Jazz
first,
had
I'm
plenty,
gonna let Gemini
and
go.
and
Hold
Coffee
on,
had
hold
one.
on. I'm gonna let Gemini go. But at first, you thought Vixen won, and you was about to take Hustle off for Vixen, but actually, she didn't win that
Right,
award.
agreed. That did
But
happen.
go ahead, Gemini. But y'all didn't argue the body of the year the same way y'all would argue for Vixen. Y'all didn't do that for Hustle's body of the year later on though. Like I'm saying the same way though. You was about to take Hustle out
No,
that spot because you thought Vixen
let's
won
let's
that
let's
award.
let me address that. So again, before Hustle got the award, we were locked in at Hustle at 4 and Vixen at 3. Then Hustle won the award, so that edged her above Vixen. So when I thought Vixen did win the award, I said, "Hey, well, Vixen just won an award," and they said, "No, she didn't win." So yes, if Vixen had won an award, now we have to go back to that conversation because now that evens the playing field. But she didn't, so she stayed where she was.
I don't know. Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Gemini.
that make listen, 'cause I just want to make sure that all everything you said just makes sense. Obviously, if y'all didn't have a no higher than 3, and y'all arguing each other's opinions, like, oh, it should be. I get that. I think that's clear. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand what you're saying as far as your logic makes sense. And I wanted to go back to what you said earlier. I know it's been a few minutes since you said it, but when you talk about the get into the nitty gritty between 1 and 2, if you telling me that someone has coffee at number 2, right? I'm saying that if you're not getting the number 2 with uh not doing it, like to even be in the 1 or 2 conversation means you had to have a certain quality level.
Agreed.
So what I'm saying is if you got a certain quality level to get to the top 4,
Mm-hmm.
like, or even the top 5, you want to say top, I'm just trying to make a point of when you argue in the list period, if I'm saying uh Mallory X should have made the list,
Okay.
if she don't make the list, we could argue all day about, like, did she really make the list? Did she make the list? If I'm arguing about the top 2, that means we both are agreeing these top 2 have done everything to the highest of levels. Now we got to split
Well,
hairs.
everybody may,
So if
yeah,
we
but
split,
everybody may not feel that way.
well, I'm just saying, but everybody had her at number 2 at least, and you had her at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got somebody at number 2, you're not gonna tell me in the same breath. You're not gonna tell me in the same breath. Yeah, Josh, like the number 2 nigga in the hood that be whooping ass,
Number one.
and we in a big ass hood. And then later on, when we arguing about who the best nigga that's whipping ass, it's like, nah, but Josh, he don't really know how to fight, or he don't
And
really,
do.
I don't know if he really that. Like, we ain't even having this conversation if you're not that good. So what I'm saying is, once you see Coffee and Jazz is arguing no 1 and 2, I'm not about to sit here and act like, oh well, her quality ain't really that good or her impact. It's like,
Yeah.
bro. And I thought you made, and hold on, I thought you made the best argument that I didn't even think of when you used the analogy of Tay Rock and Nav. I thought that was a spot on analogy. I
I
thought that
agree.
made total sense. And I thought, I'm like, how do y'all not, even if this is the optics, I'm just telling you the optics. I can't tell you what's in the heart of people. And I do believe the integrity of the board. I really do. But the optics was specifically for me, for Duchess. And I hate to, like, again, I hate to slander anybody from Jersey, but it felt like my mind made up and my mind made up, and I'm not even going back. Like, it wasn't even no discussion. That's how I'm looking at it. Jay, Josh, I'm just telling you how I look. And what I'm saying to you is when you up there and giving out real logical arguments, and somebody was just like, nah, she lost to Miss L on beat. She lost to Rock Lee and one. It's like, come on, bro. What is really going on?
Mm.
It look like, and that's how I look. I'm just keeping it
No,
real.
I
That's how it
no,
looks.
I understand your point in that, right? But at the end of the day, right, based off the debate and the argument, which we did on 1 or 2 for over an hour, I was able to convert someone. So we were even. So granted, I may not be able to convert everyone, but someone understood where I was coming from and was able to turn over their vote. So that's what got us going down to the fan vote. So if y'all gonna be mad at anybody, it's the fans, the votes. If you didn't vote enough, if you didn't pay your money to vote for Hustle or to vote for Coffee or to vote for whoever, which I know you did, but others, a lot of people are vocal and they didn't make their donations. You're a part of the
That's
problem
good
because we
too.
went down to a fan vote and the fans had it in the exact same order that we did. So clearly we weren't too far fetched.
That's a fair point,
Nah, it was
Josh.
some
That's
far
a fair
fetched stuff
point.
in there,
That's a fair
man.
point.
Like y'all didn't mention y'all wasn't mentioning 3 round chokes. Y'all
Who
wasn't
three?
mentioning. There's a
Who
lot of
choked
stuff
in
y'all
three
ain't
rounds?
mentioned. I ain't gonna hold you.
Can y'all post that?
Coffee
So
versus
we
E Hart.
mentioned how she stumbled in the third verse. E-Hart, that came up.
Yeah,
A
and
choke,
then Jazz had
a
stumbles
choke,
in her
a
3 rounds.
choke is what Hustle did versus
And
Shank
then
Prezi, which y'all aren't addressing.
hold on.
I
And
heard one of y'all
then
say she got it back.
y'all took a 1 rounder. Y'all took Hustle's 1 rounder and weighed that heavier than
Hus-
anything. And then y'all never considered her 4 of Geechee, Swamp Finds. That because look, when y'all started comparing
uh-huh.
Coffee and Jazz, y'all almost literally said we don't have nothing else to go off of. I think you made this argument. You said she only got this is when you was arguing for
Mm-hmm.
Coffee. You was saying and you're like she really only got the Tay Rock battle for
Uh-huh.
real and
The coffee
maybe
battle.
the battle of the year with
Uh-huh.
Coffee. What else does she have? Was
That
that you
wasn't
that
me
said
that said
that?
that.
Okay, cool. So boom. So in that same sense, Hustle's 4 once again trumps that. But y'all never did that. That's why they first started comparing those 2 on 2s, and then you brought in Swamp, right? That should have opened another door for the Miss Hustle
Yeah, and
argument.
we discussed
But
that.
but
But
you see what I'm saying?
everybody on the panel didn't have Hustle beating Swamp either. So
Now wins and
I mean, they
losses
just
counted
talking
it.
about the showing. They didn't have her completing the mission. They didn't. That's all. I mean, you take that how you want to.
All right, so let's take out wins and
So
losses.
it
What
wasn't
the criteria
impactful. It
say?
wasn't
It wasn't
consistent. It
impactful. She
wasn't
didn't have a great
nothing.
night that battle. Like we didn't leave there talking about Miss Hustle at the. I was at the event. We didn't leave talking about Hustle and Swamp. We didn't.
All
What?
right.
I was
So
there.
it
All right,
didn't. So
I'm
hold
all
on, hold
set,
on,
man.
because I don't want you to stay on the heel of wins and losses.
I'm,
So
I'm not. I'm just saying the showing. We didn't leave talking
it
about
didn't cover
Hustle showing versus
anything
Swamp.
in the criteria at a good level. Nothing.
What the name she got credit for the strength of schedule of battling Swamp. Yes.
No, I'm saying
Do
individually because
Swamp
like
Swamp and Hustle was not nominated for wasn't in the
All right,
rankings
let
for
me
any
let me
type of
ask a
anything.
question, right? Do
I got a
people
question
have
for you too when
personal
you're
do
done.
people have personal relationships on a panel with battle rappers?
We're all in battle rap. Everybody has a
No, no,
personal
I'm
relationship
I'm
with somebody.
What's
asking
up,
I'm
Hustle?
asking a question. Like it's just a yes or no.
That's with everyone on the panel.
No,
Yes,
do
everybody has a
people
personal
have
relationship.
personal do people have
Yes.
personal oh okay, cool.
Didn't they have
Do
them last year when
people
you won as
do
well?
no,
Did they have them?
absolutely not.
So last year,
Absolutely not.
people had the same
Absolutely not.
relationships
Me
last year
and
that they had
Tata
this
don't know
year
each
when you
other.
won.
Me and
What
Tata don't know each other.
what
Me
does
and
that have to
Dude
do
was
with
not
other
even
people?
cool.
What does that have to do with other people? You
So who
still
I have
won.
a personal relationship with on the panel?
You have a personal relationship with Dude right now.
No, this is right now. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so what are
Last
you
year we
saying?
was
So
beefing.
yes, you have a personal
Last
relationship
year we
right now with
yo
Dude.
listen,
So
listen,
yes, you have a personal relationship too.
listen, and she didn't play favoritism, did she?
She gave her opinion. If you want to be honest,
I
she,
so
some people
look.
do.
Do don't call me her cousin.
What does that mean? I didn't have.
Listen,
I didn't.
I asked the question.
Okay.
Y'all got personal relationships, right?
Okay. Yes.
That's all I want to know.
Yes. What
I
is your
bet.
point? I don't get what you're saying.
Isn't that a conflict of
No,
interest,
because
Josh? Isn't that what's called a conflict
no,
of
because
interest?
I was Coffee's cousin. If you want to say
No.
me,
Well, what
I
is a
have
conflict of
Coffee as
interest?
my cousin last year. Did I have Coffee winning? No, I had you. So what are you saying? You want to pull a card when it's beneficial for you. You talk to these same people. We
No,
all
let's
know each
be
other.
honest. Let's
We've
be
all
honest.
been in this
Y'all
career
didn't
for
want to
10
give it
years.
to me last year either. Only reason why I won was because
Who?
of Tata. Let's
Who
be
didn't want to give
honest.
it to you
And
last
y'all
year?
knew better. Y'all knew
No, I
better
didn't know
not
anything.
to give it to me last year because
I
I
didn't
did
know
way too
anything.
much.
I didn't know anything.
Like y'all
Um,
knew better
well, I didn't know anything.
not
You know
give
I
it
don't
to me
know
last year
anything.
because
So
I
let's
did
watch
way
our
too
words.
much.
I didn't know
Like
anything.
what?
But again, if that's the case, Coffee did so much this year. What are you saying?
Listen. I asked one
And
question
I gave you an
and your
answer.
feathers is ruffled.
No,
I
my
asked
feathers
you,
is ruffled with you
I
because you
I don't
made a
asked
give a
tweet
fuck.
you,
yesterday saying
did
I don't
y'all
like
have
you. And
personal
since when do I not
relationships?
like you?
I
Since when
asked
do you
you,
not call my
all right,
phone,
you
Hustle?
on that
Do you
from
not got
yesterday?
my
No, you
number?
don't.
Do you not
Anyway, I
inbox
asked
me?
you,
So since when
did
do I
y'all
not
have
like you?
personal
Don't try to spin a
relationships?
narrative.
It's just hilarious. But you know, JJ, you got your notes and you got your things that you want to say. I'm good. I'm over here. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
arms all out on the sea like, release the Kraken. They think it's titties on the block. The right official, the left is J side. They closed-minded. They give TJ mad. Cause his shit was gone before he got it. Already spit it in his head. You even get your ghost lined up. This gonna be clear cut. He gonna put it on his dead homies. I'm gonna put it on his live homies.
Let a clip go. Bullets lying info. Wikipedia. Legit.
Ben Simmons. Shit niggas out of Brooklyn who can't score. It would have been capital murder, whether it's in Sac or DC. If you want to test if I'm Lord of the Rings, I wish Elijah would. I'm talking bullet showers in the middle of doom. Carl Thomas summer rain shit, and ain't no driving by. Quad grabbing 4-5 with extra rays, having aiming for eyes like pepper spray. We ditched niggas. I fell in love with my side piece like a simp nigga. Playing fire. That nickel fucked him up forever. Dan Schneider, I love the fuck.
You can name your favorite battle rappers in the world, and you still get in the hollow in your top 20. I ain't gonna play with you.
Spider 5, track you down like a playlist. It be more than your blood streaming.
We a product of air. Y'all was watching colors. We had to watch which colors to wear.
Try to play hardball. G baby, getting hit with a stray. Soon as I Shades toxic. I was in that bitch like Blueface, you know, whipping rock. And still got a baby out it.
Don't make me peel on them. A 9-tucker. No, I'm like Usher. I'm a steel palmer.
They should have